What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is All Wings Everything. Yes, you are back in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli for another easy and always delicious recipe. Now, today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a copycat Popeyes original chicken sandwich. Now, we all love us some Popeyes. I love me some Popeyes, and I love their chicken sandwich. And guys, now you can make it in the comfort of your own home, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for today's recipe. So let's go ahead and do a roll call. Right here in the very back, we have some brioche buns we're gonna use. We have a cup of all-purpose white flour, a half a cup of cornstarch, half a cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of hot sauce, a teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of cumin. Right here I have a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder here. Have a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper here. Have another teaspoon of garlic powder, another teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And right here, just to save some extra dishes and things like that, I put a teaspoon of paprika, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of pepper, and teaspoon of salt in here. So basically, I know it looks like a lot, but a lot of these are the same ingredients, but we like to season every step of the way. So you got seasoning for your buttermilk, seasoning for your flour, and also you're gonna use some seasoning for your spicy mayo, which really makes that Popeyes chicken sandwich also good. All right, so right here I have 2 boneless breasts right here. I've already flattened it. So guys, what you want to do, I know those boneless breasts come really thick. You can flatten it. Actually, you can cut it in half and then you can flatten it. Or if you want to make it that big, you can, depend on how big it is. I don't like those big boneless breasts and use this for chicken sandwiches. So these are the ingredients, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is prepare our buttermilk mixture. So I'm gonna add these 4 seasonings. Remember, this is 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of salt. Now, if you wanna dial back on that, guys, you feel free to do so, but this is what I'm using, all right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna give that a good mix. Nothing like a good buttermilk marinade, I'm telling you. All right, so that's what we have, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring our chicken back over here, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna place our chicken pieces in here, and we're gonna allow those babies to sit in there and marinate. I mean, you could do it, you know, up to overnight if you want to, but we don't have that type of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave them in here for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then we're gonna come back, all right? So next thing we're gonna do is prepare our flour mixture while our chicken is marinating in the buttermilk. So we're gonna take our half a cup of cornstarch, add to our 1 cup of flour, add our garlic and onion powder here, our salt and pepper here, and our cumin and cayenne pepper there. Now, that's a teaspoon of each of those dry seasonings. We're gonna get at a mix like that, just to get it all combined. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna set that aside and we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, so let's go ahead and prepare our spicy mayo mixture. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 2 tablespoons of hot sauce, and we're gonna put this in our half a cup of mayo. Now, if you wanna dial back on the hot sauce, feel free to do so. I'm gonna add some of that cumin here, some paprika, and our garlic powder. And we're just gonna get at a good mix like this until it's well combined. Guys, take a look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to prepare our buns. I like my buns toasted on this particular sandwich. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna melt about a tablespoon of butter. We're gonna bring this up to temperature where it starts to melt. All right, I'm gonna start adding our buns in here like that. I may need to do them one at a time. I may do them one at a time. That way I get it all evened out. All right, let's take a look at that baby. Oh man, we got a nice brown right there. That's what we want. Nice little golden color. We'll add the other one in there. We'll go ahead and get these brown. Go ahead and get them toasted real good. All right, guys, so we got that one done too. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the last one done. Then we're gonna move over to our fries. So we start dropping these chicken breasts into the fryer. Okay, so let's start the breading process of our chicken breast. So we're gonna take it out of our buttermilk marinade here. Shake off as much excess as we can. And then we're just gonna add it here to our flour. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover it with our flour. And guys, the way you wanna get that extra crisp is you wanna make sure you pack that flour down on it by squeezing it like this. Make sure you get in all those, what we say in the South, nooks and crannies of the chicken. All right, and this is what we have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and move this over to the basket of our fryer, sit it there until I do the other one. All right. All right, so we're gonna drop this in the fryer and we're gonna let it cook for about 7 to 10 minutes. But you know, once it starts rising, guys, it is ready. So let's go ahead and drop that in here. And I've preheated this to 350 degrees. All right, so we're about 8 minutes in. Take a look at what we have right here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them rest right here while we prepare our buns. Then we're gonna take them from our fryer over to our buns so we can finish building, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and prepare our buns. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our spicy mayo, put a little bit on the bottom of the bun like this, but not a little bit. Put about a tablespoon on there like that. Then we'll go to this other side, do the same thing. We're also gonna add a little bit to the top also. I like to put like a little bit in the middle right there in the top. Not much. Then we're gonna add those pickles, man. You know you gotta have those pickles. Chicken sandwich, not a chicken sandwich without them pickles. Now we're about to bring the star of the show over. Guys, we're just gonna top it off with our top part of our bun. Guys, take a look at that. Oh yes. And there you have it, guys. A Copycat Popeyes original chicken sandwich. Go ahead and take a look at that. I do not have to sell you on Popeyes because by now everybody has had some Popeyes chicken. But I do know Popeyes is not everywhere. So if you don't have one in your state, city, wherever, this is a good go-to recipe. So the measurements and ingredients are all in the video description below, so go check it out. So let's go ahead, guys, get into quality control because I'm ready to eat this baby. All right, let's go. All right, so it's time for quality control. And so we're gonna go ahead and get into this bad baby right here. Oh man. Guys, I love a nice chicken sandwich. Guys, you know I love a nice, any type food as long as it's good. Oh man, look how big that baby is. Ooh. Oh man. So let's go ahead without further ado. Let's bite into it. Wait a minute. I couldn't get my whole mouth. A little piece sticking out right there. Can't you hear the crunch? Let me take a look at it. Oh man. That spicy mayo. Man, it's so good. Let's get another one of these, baby. If you're a fan of them Popeye chicken sandwich like me, you want to try this. I typically add cheese to mine, but I just wanted to do the original without the cheese. But feel free to add cheese. You can even add a little bacon to it if you want to. But this here, Copycat recipe, really delicious. So guys, until then, I'm your cook. Man, what the world I'm eating with these gloves on? Man, come on now. I know I'm fronting from the camera, man. You know we don't even no gloves on. We're from the South, man. Until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli. This is All Wings Everything, and I am out. Peace.